welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my fall book haul. These are just some books that I've accumulated in the month of the fall season, even though it's still not over yet. But yeah, I have a few books here that I really want to show you guys. I know I haven't done a book haul in a while, so these books I may have read or I have not because I got them like a little bit of a long time ago. So yeah, we're just going to jump into the video. I'm going to apologize for the crazy lighting today. I know it's kind of like we're in a different angle of my bookshelf. It is super gloomy outside, super rainy, but I really wanted to film this since it was my only day off out of the crazy school process, and you're gonna see a little glare in my glasses. I hope that's okay. But yeah, we're gonna start out with two books that I got from a book subscription box. If you guys didn't know, I rep for my book box, which is a book subscription box that gives 2 books a month and 1 really cool object. In this case, this month's box came with a candle, or last month's, October. So the first book is, you get to choose 2 genres or of your choice, and I chose YA and mystery. The YA book is Free Fall by Joshua David Bellin, and this is supposed to be like a sci-fi novel. I read the synopsis. It kind of sounds a lot like The 100 if you watch that TV show on the CW, which I absolutely love. And then the mystery book was The Last Day of Emily Lindsey by Nick Joseph. Coming from the synopsis, this is kind of like about a girl who gets kidnapped, I think. Or something happens, or she disappears and she comes back. She's not kidnapped, but it says Emily Lindsey doesn't speak when they find her. It sounds really interesting, but I have just been in really high mystery kick lately, according to just movies and the TV shows that I've been watching, aka Stranger Things. But yeah, those are the 2 books that I got in my book box, and I will leave a 10% off discount code if you are interested in subscribing. And then these next few books are just books that I purchased myself, and this few months actually, I really wasn't in a huge book buying kick. I didn't really want to buy books, but I did have some books where I was just like really looking at. I either needed to read it for a book club or I just really wanted to get it. And the first one is The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman. This is actually a funny story. I was just in the bookstore perusing and I just fell in love with the cover that I bought it, I know. But I've actually seen this going around a lot on Bookstagram, so it wasn't a complete in the dark buy. I did see a lot of people talking about it. A lot of my friends, my trusted reviewers, Bookstagrammers, gave this 5 out of 5 stars, which is very rare now. So I picked it up, and plus the cover is just a plus. Like, look at this beautiful shining holographic gold color. It's supposed to be a fiction book, which is a lot different, which is why the price range was hiked up so much. It was $25. Oh my god. Let me close the window. The birds are crazy. So yeah, I think this was hiked up so much because it was a fiction book. It's not YA, I don't believe so, so that's why it was like $25, which was a chip in the bank account, let me tell you, but I think for a good cause because I'm really gonna enjoy this book. And yeah. The next book that I purchased was They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This book is his newest novel, and this is my first Adam Silvera book, and we did read this for my book club, Diversify the Verse, so I will leave a link down below to the live show, or you can click the little I button up there. I'm gonna find out how to do that. Little cards. And yeah, so this book was amazing. It definitely is like one of my favorites of this year, but not one of my top favorites, if that makes any sense. I read about 30 books this year, and out of all of them, this one left such a lasting impression on me, so I really recommend this book. This one kind of takes place in a world where there's this thing called Death Cast, and it basically notifies you on the day that you're going to die. So this story just follows 2 guys who are notified on that day. This takes place in a span of 1 day, by the way. Excellent. Completely, like, amazing. And it takes place in the span of 1 day where they are notified at the beginning of the day that they're going to die at the end of that day. So they kind of are like contemplating their life choices, how they're going to spend their last day, and in doing so they meet up with each other. So this is just an awesome book. I highly recommend this. If you're starting with Adam Silvera, I definitely think this is a good book to kind of like slowly dip your foot into his writing. I didn't think it was super like complex or anything. I mean, he writes contemporary novels anyway, so nothing is really too complex, but I thought the characters and the world building, or like the system building of this Death Cast thing was completely amazing, like genius. Okay, and the next few books I received from publishers or authors, so let me go through them. So the first book that I got sent to me is Haven by Mary Lindsey. This book was sent to me by Entangled Teen, and I did not know I was in the mailing list for this because Entangled Teen, if you didn't know, is a little bit more romance heavy. It's very, I wouldn't say erotica, but it's just a lot more romance heavy than I would like or usually read. But I do know some of my favorite authors are under Entangled Teen, like Gina Showalter, so I really just was very appreciative of this. So this is supposed to be a paranormal romance kind of story, which I haven't read in a hot minute, so I definitely dived into this one. I'm actually starting it right now. I'm about 86 pages in, and it's not like phenomenal, but I'm enjoying it enough to keep going, so we shall see how that goes. And I still haven't come up to the paranormal aspect, so I'm like itching to read through it. But yeah, this was sent to me by the wonderful team at Entangled Teen, and they sent a box of like amazing goodies and bookmarks and bags and everything, so I am eternally grateful, and this cover is just beautiful. But I can't wait to finish this book and tell you guys my thoughts about it. The next book I have here is Brooding YA Hero by Carrie Dirisio, illustrated by Lindsey. This is sent to me by Sky Pony Press. If you didn't know, Brooding YA Hero on Instagram is like, he's an Instagram star. I mean, not Instagram, Twitter famous. He's like this tweeter who tweets about like tropes and books, and he tweets about like funny tweets about young adult books. And the creator of Brooding YA Hero wrote a book following him as the main protagonist, and I think that is just super cool because his personality is going to be able to come out on the pages of this book. Also, it's not completely narrative style. There's a lot of like multimedia in here, questions, interviews. It's just set up in a different way than normal YA books would be set up, so I'm very excited to read this. Thank you so much, Sky Pony Press. This next book was sent to me by Running Press, and it is 36 Questions That Changed My Mind About You, a novel by Vicki Grant. This one really caught my eye when I was first introduced to it, when they first asked me if I would like to be a part of it. This book basically is kind of following a psychological study, an actual psychological study that occurred by Dr. Arthur Aaron, and basically he arranged 36 questions. He kind of came up with these 36 questions and, you know, pose the statement, can love be engineered? So I think this follows two characters who are kind of signed up to be in this study to see if that they can fall in love with these 36 questions or through this study, and that just sounds amazing to me. I really love social science, especially in school, reading articles about it, reading how like the mind works and how scientists have found like good substitutes or things, I don't know. But yeah, this sounds very interesting, very different from what I normally read, which you guys know I like to spin up sometimes. Okay, so the next book that I have here is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. This is sent to me by Penguin Teen. I am very excited for this one, but yet again, my freaking school schedule won't let me read shit. Sorry. So yeah, Dear Martin, this is supposed to be a book about racial profiling. Very similar, these next two books that I'm going to show you kind of are in the same realm of racial profiling and talking about race. And I'm just so freaking excited because if you didn't know, All American Boys is one of my like favorite books. It's like one of the best books that talk about racial profiling in such a unique way. This book I'm very much looking forward to. It was also very hyped up on 2016 BookCon, so yeah. And the next book is Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds, who is one of the co-authors of All American Boys, so of course I'm excited to read it, you know. The next book is also by Penguin Teen, and this is A Line in the Dark by Malinda Lo. I actually already read this book and did a full review in my blog, so I will leave that link down below. This one is kind of like a psychological thriller in which a girl and her best friend, she kind of has a crush on her best friend. This girl has a crush on her best friend. It is an LGBT novel, and like, I don't know how to explain it, but very dark things start to happen. She realizes in hiding her love for her best friend ends up falling in love with another person, and that just leads to a whole bunch of chaos and darkness, and it is amazing. Like, this book is awesome. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites of this year, but it kept me hooked. It was awesome. The relationships were cool. The representation was awesome. But yeah, I'm just really excited for this book. I know it just came out, so I'm very excited to see how the hype goes around it. But yeah, I will leave my full link down below, full review down below. And then I got Scholastic, from Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. I got the Best Teen Writing of 2017, which, if you didn't know, is a compilation of all the national winners of the Art and Writing Awards competition, which happens every year. And last year I was fortunate enough to be a juror for the competition, which was, I have to tell you, one of the most amazing experiences I've ever experienced in my 3 years of kind of like blogging and having gotten to do so many great things, because I was able to read a lot of your guys' writing and kids, teenagers' writing who submitted to the competition. That was so amazing and so authentic, and just so like, it just captured the struggles of like the normal, average American teenager and people talking about race and mental health. So yeah, if you definitely want to give this a read, I'll leave like the links, of course, to all these books down below, but this one I definitely recommend because some of the pieces that I actually judged are in here and I flipped the freak out when I saw them because I'm like, yay, you won national medalist, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, I definitely give this a read if I were you and if you just like writing. Okay, these next few books I was given by an author named Maggie Thrash, and it is Strange Truth. I have 2 copies of Strange Truth and then one of her sequels, Strange Lies. I do have a giveaway going up for Strange Truth right now on my Instagram, so I will leave that down below. I'm gonna leave everything linked down below if you're interested. She gave me 2 copies. She was super sweet. So these books are supposed to be like kind of like a high school thriller, a psychological thriller story that's actually supposed to be pretty funny, coming from the praise in the back. But yeah, this one already came out, Strange Lies. This is an arc, but it already came out. So if you're interested in winning the first book, head to my Instagram and you will see a giveaway. Next book that I have here is My New Crush Gave to Me, and this one technically already came out in October, but look at the cover. It looks so Christmas-like, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to read this during Christmas time, but this was sent to me by Swoon Reads. Thank you so much, Swoon Reads, for always keeping it real with that gorgeous packaging. Like, look at this. Look how festive it is. But yeah, I don't know what this is about, but I know, oh shit, dusty. But I know it's, I know it's kind of like about a girl who has a crush and it's like takes place during Christmas time or whatever. But yeah, this cover is super cool. I definitely want to save this for Christmas time though. I'm not gonna read it during the fall season. But yeah, I'm very excited for this. So yeah guys, those were all the books that I either received or bought in the month of October, November, and kind of September a little bit. But yeah, if you guys are interested in any of these books, I will leave the links down below. I always do. I'll also leave anything that I referenced in this video. But yeah, let me know if you guys bought any books in the fall months and link your book hauls down below because I always like watching them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!